bet you didn't see this one coming. The final album review for, I would say, the year. If it was the year, it isn't. But the final review for Teamcoach 2023 here for you guys. It's been a good while, and you can see things are an absolute mess in the back here. And I don't know what the difference is between me now and when I did my last few videos, but here we are. We're gonna do the final, I guess, wrap up for 2023's Teamcoach. 2024 is actually like a lot closer around the corner than I realized. Usually comes out around March, and we are 1 month away from that. So videos are ramping up, baby. We're getting right back into the swing of things, and so hopefully we have a bit of fun here today and do the final bit of justice for Teamcoach in the previous year. It was a good year, as per usual. Teamcoach has been pretty solid throughout the last few years, pretty much since 2021. It's been nothing but positives from me, at least, so hopefully 2024 sticks on that, and maybe they've got a few awesome new cards in the works for 2024, and I'm hopeful at least that's the case. But nonetheless, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to mention it right now because I have lost a few over the time that I've been gone, but I'm just going to say it right now, subscribe. I'm trying to hit 2,000, man. I want to hit 2,000 as soon as possible. I'll work my butt off to try and do so let's hope that things go well. But without further ado, man, this is number 3. Let's get straight into it. But I need to fix these things up, man. It's been a while. Let me just quickly do something. Oh, get this bad boy up. Oh, it's not perfect, but we'll get there. And bang, here we are. You can see everything here. I've got the camera up here. There we are. You can see the top of my finger. Hello. And so I'm just excited to get into all of this. And let's get into the very first one. And that one is going to be the gold book. Now, the gold book here is interesting because it's not really changed much. You can see here, the focus isn't great on this book, unfortunately, at the moment. So I'll try my best to kind of read through it all. The names are a bit blurry, but you can see we've got a Nick Dacos up here. Braden Maynard as well. Harris Andrews, Adam Saar, Jacob Wiedering down the bottom, and a mix of whole others that I will slowly flip through. Hopefully you'll kind of get an idea. You can tell how long it's been. You can tell it's been a while. This is a long time coming, and I have forgotten how to switch up the focus. There was a way I was doing it before, and I've completely messed it up. But that's okay. You know what? We'll live. You can get the idea for the most part. But here's all the cards that I've got. I'll flip through them as quick as I can because, like, again, like last time, not much has changed here. But it's a nice collection. It's probably better than a lot of people's gold card collections. And at the same time, I've lost one because Jason Collectibles, I'll say it again, I'm very sorry, my friend. It's been a while since I've been on Instagram and all that, talking to you guys, but you can see here, there's all these cards that I've been slowly collecting over the last year, and I do not plan to finish it, as you can tell. It's a fair bit to go, and I do not plan on finishing this, but there's album number 1 done, and so that is, it's a quick one to start, but there's 2 more albums to go through. But number 2, this one is going to be my basic inserts. So, with the basic inserts, you can see there a whole bunch of star powers to start off. We've got the likes of Adelaide, Brisbane, and majority of them. I may try and finish this off. There's really not many I need left. You can see it's basically all full pages, except for a few here and there. Like, I'm missing, this is Andrew Brayshaw, but another full page there. I'm missing Matt Rowell at the top here, which doesn't sound right. I swear I've got Matt Rowell, but I definitely have his team star powers. I'm missing everyone here, so I actually have no clue who this is. This isn't, who would this be? It's not Zach Butters, is it? No. I'm probably forgetting who it is, but it doesn't matter. It's all right. Noah Bolter missing here too, and you can see there I've got the rest. But on the other end of it all, I've got myself all of the team star powers on the back side of it. So I pulled this Dusty, which was really nice. I think it was in a video not too long ago, but got all the North ones that I've got there, a fair few Hawthorns and Melbournes, lots of GWS and Gold Coast, a lot of doubles of the team star powers for Gold Coast, I remember that. All these ones in here is another Gold Coast team star power down there. More Collingwoods. Collingwoods are always good. I got Nicky Dacos in there, which is good. And then the last page only has the Rory Sloan, but that's okay. But that is star powers in a whole. Not too much for star powers, but you know what? It's okay. There's still a lot more time, and they'll probably even be cheaper as the year goes on. I recently went to Cherry, and Cherry, I found out, has a lot of cards for cheap that you can dig through boxes and such. So I may go there and see if I can finish it off. We'll see what happens. But you can see here, I'm only missing 1 for the fantasy on this page, and it is a Brisbane player. Probably Joe Danaher, I'm thinking maybe, or it's Charlie Cameron. I can't remember who it is, but it's a Brisbane Lions player that I do not have, and then the rest of them, I've got all the others. Legitimately all the others. Nothing left. So I will figure out which one that is and pick it up. Won't be too much off my mind. That's no stress at all. Surprisingly, Nick Dacos being the easiest one to get, so not too bad. And then we've got ourselves all the odd bods. I think I've got a majority of the odd bods. So 2 full pages, 3 full pages, and just missing the one West Coast, of course. One missing card in there, so that's okay. It's majority odd bods in there that we've got, but this one in here as well. We've got ourselves a lot of these Scanlens cards. I remember how exciting it was to hear about them when they first came out. Really good idea for an anniversary card, and I'm very happy with, you know, how it turned out. It was a pretty good year. I did get all of them, but it wasn't really hard because they were pretty common. What was hard to get was the much rarer set of cards, which were the squarer, smaller types. I'm forgetting the name, but they're the classic types, basically. And then we've got all the best and fairest cards. Again, not too difficult, but you can see on the other side, we've got all the golds I got over the years. So you can see I'm missing Adelaide and Carlton, but there's a gold best and fairest that we pulled this year. And then we flip over this one, and the only other gold that I'm missing is St. Kilda. But look at all that. Lively looking gold. Really happy with that. These are all box hits as well, so it just shows how many packs I've opened. There's been so many I've gone throughout the year, but this is a really, really nice looking. I like the gold kind of shine alongside the silver on the back as well. It's all really, really nice, but I'm only missing 3 of those now. I've probably even got one of them just sitting around. I've got a box that I have not organized yet, and I'm pretty sure some of them are new cards that I need to put away. But of course I didn't. I'm a bit lazy like that. As you can tell by the channel over the last few months, I'm a bit lazy like that, but I will actually check here. I am missing, I think it's Shannon Hearn. I think I'm missing Shannon Hearn footy oddbods at the moment. And it's not actually telling me what the fantasy card is I'm missing. So, it's alright, we'll figure it out. And then this one is pretty much the reason I wanted to get back to this. This is the album that I'm really most excited for. My Wildcard collection, and pretty much all the others that I couldn't fit in, but I wanted to start this book off with the Wildcard collection, and this is what I've been really working hard to complete all year. This is basically finished, and I say basically for one reason that we'll get to in a sec. This is every single Magic Wildcard, from the tough ones to get, like this Jack Ginnivan, which would be pretty hard to get the hands on, to the ones that, like, Tom Barras was surprisingly difficult, surprisingly. I don't know why, but he was. Then we go over to our Star Wildcards. I got lucky here and there. I think the luckiest one I can think of is Stephen May up here, because we pulled him and I had like 2 or 3 left, and Stephen May was one of them, and I managed to pull him, and he ended up being new, so that was always good. Connor Rosine was also tough. Couldn't find him anywhere. Shea Bolton also, but I actually got lucky and pulled him twice. So very happy in that case. But those are all the stars. The rookies. Really like the idea of rookie wildcards. I really, really like them, and I hope they bring them back for 2024. Nick Dacos, very obviously the toughest one to get by a country mile. Most expensive, but surprisingly not that far off from being second. There's actually a really expensive one in this page as well, and it's missing. We'll figure out why that is the case in just a second, but I'm missing that one, and I'm also missing a second one. But you can see here lots of gallery wildcards here too. Scotty Pendlebury being a highlight for one that was tough to get. Sammy Walsh I didn't get. He was one of my last ones to get. Galleries in general were actually quite difficult. It was a very, very nice one, but right here is the missing one, and I think you can also tell who that one is as well. But Dusty, getting that Dusty one was good. And Marcus Bontempelli was also a nice little story in there too. If you were there for one of my first pack openings with Cardman 22. Marcus Bontempelli has a bit of a history for me this year, but this one up here is one that I'm missing as well, that I will get to in just a sec. Card crafts. Basically got all of them in some areas. I got a lot of Collingwood ones. I think I got all the Collingwood ones. And then some I just couldn't get any at all. You can see I'm missing a few Carlton ones, just a couple Carlton ones. I'm not really going to worry about trying to complete these though, because I'm not planning to get any more card crafts, and so I don't see the reason in completing the silver set. But this is the rest that I've gotten here. Almost all the Geelong ones, just missing 2 Tommy Hawkins. Gold Coast, look how empty Gold Coast and GWS is. Out of all the teams, I couldn't get Gold Coast or GWS. Very confusing, but it's the way it goes. Got a full page here. This one was Hawthorn and Melbourne, so that was nice to see. Another full page. Of course, I had to get all my North ones, but we also got all the Melbourne ones. Move over, we got all the Port ones as well, so that's 4 teams in a row. And then we are missing some Richmond ones, but we do have all the Richmond for Dion Prestia, all the ones here for Jade Gresham, and missing 2 for Rowan Marshall. And then here we've got Jeremy McGovern, Luke Parker, missing 2 for Isaac Heaney, and nearly done with the rest here. We've only got 2 missing on this page, but you can see it's a bit mix and match with the card crafts, but overall, pretty happy with how much I got. Then we go to this page. This is all the fantasy duos. You can see I'm missing 3 on this page and 2 on this one. Was a set that I thought I'd get done, but nonetheless, I couldn't. I didn't manage to get it done, unfortunately. Lots of fantasy duos pulled throughout the year, though. Double box hits, as you all remember. Missing here Collingwood. Collingwood is one that I definitely won't be getting. This one here, I believe, is Geelong. No, I don't think it's Geelong. It could be. No, it is Geelong. It's right before Gold Coast, yeah. And then Hawthorn, Melbourne missing there, and West Coast missing there. So a few interesting ones that I'm missing. Very lucky to have pulled that Richmond Fantasy Duos, pulled it in a short, which I'm always happy when I get good pulls in YouTube Shorts, because for some reason they do really, really well. But I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm going to quickly go back to the wildcards, because I mentioned I'm missing some here. But it's the big reason that I wanted to do this video was because I wanted to do it on camera, finish off my wildcard set. Christian Petracca right here, and Josh Kibkis as well, that I got in a trade with one of you guys. Christian, I ended up having to go ahead and purchase online because I just couldn't find anybody. And so I just went, screw it, I just need to get it done. So I did it, and then I waited this long to put it in my album. It's been sitting around for 2 to 3 months. It's been a good while, but here we go. Christian Petracca, there you go. Chuck yourself into the album, and now we've got another complete page right here. And then we'll go over here, and Josh Kibkis, this is your spot. Pull this one out right here, and in you go, Josh Kibkis. Oh, I have to go over this side, but that's all good. That is a completed wildcard set for 2023. It took me a damn long time, but finally it is complete. I'm really happy with it, and I am just excited to try and complete next year's. It's going to be a lot more challenging next year. I'm going to be trying my best to save money as best as I possibly can next year, so it's not going to be as easy as it was this year, and it was not easy this year at all, but that is 72 wildcards. I have all of them. I have a complete set of them, and it is so, so cool. It just feels like a mission has been completed, and I'm so, so happy with it. But obviously that is not it. I'm going to try and find some of my cards that I'm really, really proud of, the case hits. I'm going to try and find where I've put them and show off as many as I can for you guys. But let's see what else we've got laying around. Funny enough, as I was looking for some, I managed to find the Geelong Fantasy Duos and the Carlton Fantasy Duos. I told you there was some hanging around. I don't know why. I don't know why I haven't put them away, but nonetheless, they're there and I can put them in the album now while I've got the chance to. But first off, really excited to show these ones off. Jazzy Garner Gold Trophy Wildcard. I'm trying my best to show this off and get as many of the details as possible, but there is Jazzy looking really nice. I wanted to try and get this signed at some point, but it's going to take a bit of effort, and we'll see whether it happens or not. It'll be nice to try and get it signed, but nonetheless, a nice looking card. Then we go on to a few of the more common case hits, and that, when I say that, I mean some of the Neon Star Powers and Trophy Silver wildcards. I believe there's one more I'm forgetting, probably. But here is the Neon Star Powers of Bailey Scott. I think I tried getting all the North Melbourne ones, but that's a bit far out of the question now. We got a nice Silver Trophy wildcard of Liam Baker, another really good one. Then we also had Isaac Smith. I believe I pulled this one, so this was a really, really nice one to get. Then I also managed to get this Paddy Dangerfield Retro Scanlens. This one was one of the first case hits I pulled throughout the year, and it was a massive hit. Managed to get it on YouTube pretty quickly, and ended up getting a lot of views, which was a really, really good thing to see. Got this Jace Burgoyne, I think in Northy's month of Teamcoach. Really good to see. Jace Burgoyne, Gold Rookie Wildcard, can't go wrong with that. I picked up this Toby Green for super cheap, like compared to many Gold Wildcards, it was a really cheap one. Then we also managed to pick up one of the big boys of the collection, this Gold Gallery Wildcard of Dustin Martin. I got a few offers that were pretty good, but I didn't see another opportunity of myself getting something big like this throughout the rest of the year, so I managed to just pick them up when I could, and definitely don't regret that at all. Got this nice Tom Lynch Neon Star Powers as well. More neon in there, which is really good to see. And then another one, we got ourselves this Jai Simkin Neon Star Powers. Again, can't go wrong with these ones. They're always really nice to see. But we also had ourselves one of the biggest pulls of the year, this gold trophy wildcard of Jack Ginnivan. I'm so keen for the Harry Sheezel rookie, Rising Star trophy wildcard that he's going to be getting. I'm going to get a gold version of that as soon as I can. We also have this Aaron Hall Neon Star Powers in there too. Can't go wrong with that. And then some of my proudest ones, some of the ones I'm really happy with. And I'm going to do this as an entire lot. All 4 of the North Melbourne Gold wildcards. So Cam Zohar Magic, Paul Curtis Rookie, Jai Simkin Star, and Ben Cunnington Gallery. Really happy with this Ben Cunnington Gallery as well, as he is no longer playing in the AFL, which is sad to see, but definitely an awesome collection that I'm really happy to have completed this year, and we'll definitely try and find a way to show this off around my house. But then finally, again, I mentioned it before, Ben Cunnington's last year, I had to pick up his gold card craft. I managed to get this in a pretty decent deal, and I'm super happy with how it looks, man. It is a super good looking card. The gold card craft 24 karat metal plated one is also somewhere, which is not good to say, but nonetheless, this is my final card, and man, it kind of shows how crazy the year was. I had a lot more than I realized, and what I also realized is I need to do a better job at putting them in places I can get to, because oh my god, it is a mess around my room at the moment in my place. It's just, I need to get some kind of organization going, because otherwise it's going to be a big problem. But nonetheless, that is everything 2023. Call it a wrap. My goodness, was it a good year though. It was a absolutely amazing year. I've had a lot of things that I've been trying to kind of sort out and get under control for 2024, that I have put this channel and everything around this kind of on the back burner. Even after I said I'd come back and try and do something in the off season, I just couldn't find myself doing so. I had ideas, I had things to do. To give you an idea as to how unlucky and kind of give you what I was thinking after a bit of time, I plan on making 2 videos that both got picked up by someone else unintentionally. It's just the way it goes. I thought I would be the first person to get on the historic first quarter between Essendon and Gold Coast, and as soon as I finished up script writing for it, someone else had uploaded it. Someone else made an analysis on it, and it just felt wrong to make that video and upload it so close afterwards. So I scrapped that project completely. I scrapped the entire script. It is a massive one, about 20-minute read, that I just didn't end up doing. And then I also wanted to do an analysis on AFL 23, but Egg Footy got to it first, and he does it really well. All of his videos are good. I just recently became a member on his channel. Like, he is good. He knows what he's doing. And so trying to compete with that would have just been so difficult. It was just would have played on my head, and I just didn't have any other ideas that I could think of. But I was really happy with the Essendon versus Gold Coast idea, but I just really got demotivated when I saw that someone else had seemed to have had the same idea that I did at the exact same time. And the AFL 23 one, I just didn't have enough passion for it, and after Egg Footy announced that he was making a video on it, I also just went, no real point to get to this. I do not see a reason to. Much like AFL 23, I lost interest very quickly. So look, it's all bound to happen. I cannot go ahead and complain about it too much. I've just got to go ahead, do my thing, stay with it, and you know what? I'm happy with how I'm doing so far. But like I mentioned, I want to get to 2,000 subscribers as soon as possible, man. So subscribe to the channel so we can get excited for Teamcoach in 2024, man. I'm so keen. I'm really hopeful you guys are too. Don't know how into it I'll be this year. Don't know how many boxes I'm going to open. Hopefully only a few, for my bank account's sake, because my bank account's definitely going to need to just stay off the cards for a bit this year. But you know what? I am willing to make that sacrifice as long as you guys can still enjoy the content. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for clicking on this video. Let's hope we can keep going, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.